Hey, welcome back to Nice to Shmeat You. I'm Shmeat. I'm here with Eminems and LumpyButt.
That's me.
We've been in the studio
Lumpy
recording.
Butt.
Yeah. We've been in the studio recording some music, and we just thought we'd sit around and talk about some Joel Osteen, and maybe we'll transition into some food. Who's to say?
LumpyButt here.
Yeah, LumpyButt. Tell us what's up.
Hey, LumpyButt here. So let's go around the circle and everybody tell me everything you know about Joel Osteen. Okay, Eminems, you start.
Sweet. So yeah, Eminem's here. Everything I know about Joel Osteen is like very, I guess, name it, claim it, philosophy in life. Very rich and very wrong.
Thank you.
That's about sums it up.
Eminems. All right, Mr. Shmeat, you.
Nice hair, chiseled face, loads of cash.
Can't deny that.
Super immoral, super false teacher, prosperity gospel, congregation full of single girls, I assume. Gotta like that. Comfy seats, no Mennonite pews. Monogamist.
He's not even a polygamist yet.
Yeah,
but he loves the Mormons.
He does?
He loves the Mormons.
Oh,
Somebody asked him, are Mormons Christians? You know what he said?
Yes.
They love Jesus.
Oh, I know that he told one time his analogy for a sermon was that his wife scratched his Audi, or was it an Audi or a Mercedes?
I think it was an Audi.
I think it was an Audi. His wife scratched his Audi, and he forgave her.
Oh man,
that is
God forgives us when we scratch his.
That is
Audi.
such a cool analogy for forgiveness and love.
Man.
Like,
and it's cool that he has an Audi.
Like, is there any higher form of forgiveness than that?
Maybe a Mercedes scratch.
I mean, if you're Joel Osteen, I have another question. What are you eating for breakfast in the morning?
You
wake up, you're married to Victoria Osteen, you have a son and a daughter, they look and sound just like you. They say, "What's for breakfast, Dad?" You say, "I'll check with our chef."
Dude, it's eggs Benny every day.
Bro, respect.
You don't think
what's going on with Eggs Benny? I don't eat eggs, so I don't know anything about Eggs Benny.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could digest that. He looks pretty soft.
Yeah. Well, you make sure you don't poach the egg very long then.
That's illegal to poach eggs, actually.
Yeah. Now you tell me.
Let me tell you some other facts about Joel Osteen.
I haven't even gone to talk about food yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, next.
Sorry, Shmeat, you.
Yeah, okay. I would start with, I would take one Eggo, a regular Eggo. I'd put on a little bit of, Aunt Jemima syrup, the old stuff, before it got canceled.
The original flavor or butter flavor?
Oh, I love the buttery one, actually.
Butter flavor is awesome.
I'd put a blueberry in each hole, but I'd miss a couple on purpose. Eggo on top of that, barbecued frog leg on top of that, and then I would put on a piece of French toast, and then you flip it upside down, you put it in the panini maker, cut it through diagonally, take it out, and you got yourself a delicious treat.
Okay, so I don't think that's accurate because Aunt Jemima does not represent the prosperity gospel very well, being as she's an African-American slave.
Black woman loaded with money, I assume.
Joel Osteen.
I know nothing
He'd
about
probably
Aunt
change.
Jemima.
I'm pretty sure she's a if I'm wrong about that, I would feel real stupid. But I think she's an African American slave, and that's why she's getting canceled because it represents oppression.
I thought she was canceled because she's black, but I'm also ignorant and closed-minded, so.
I just think that I've heard him say that if you're coming into the house of God with rags on, you should leave because God is not pleased with that.
So you need like your $1 million frittata every day?
Yeah.
Isn't a frittata food?
You know what? I've heard
$1 million frittata?
I think it's actually called a $1 zillion frittata. It's crazy though. It's basically just your everyday frittata mixed, and then it has like truffles and then like a butt ton of caviar dumped on top.
Oh.
I don't think Joel Osteen would use the B word.
Literally, It literally does only. It doesn't cost $1 zillion because
Okay.
nobody can buy it. Then it does cost about $250 though.
So like, there's a little bit of
Ish.
dust on my shoes. Would I get kicked out?
You definitely with raggedy
Your
pants
shoes?
like that.
Dude, your
They're
shoes aren't even
designer.
new.
West 49 designer.
Your shoes aren't even new,
Sale
bro.
rack West 49 designer. Yeah, they're not new.
You have to pretty much buy your shoes new before you get into the service every time.
You know, I made the mistake with these of buying white shoes. I haven't worn these very much, and look at them. I look poor. I look impoverished.
Yo,
Please donate to the Nice to Shmeat You podcast.
Yeah.
So Joel Osteen,
Do you have a Patreon yet?
Joel Osteen has collabed with Kanye West back in 2019 by inviting him to his church and to preach there and give a concert. What rapper do you think Joel Osteen should collaborate with next?
Oh, good question.
Well, this is up to you.
Up to
You
me?
first, at least.
Oh,
You got this.
is it just me first every time because I know the least about anything of this?
What would an
it's funny.
NF
Yeah.
times
Fun
It's
to watch
great.
you squirm.
Awesome.
what would an NF times Joel Osteen collab sound like?
Oh, I don't think I
Two
would
white
like
guys
that.
on a beat. I don't like that.
No.
One was enough.
That's disrespectful.
Should just get like. Oh, it could be J&J, so Jay-Z and Joel Osteen.
Oh yeah, that would be dope.
Does anybody have any good Jay-Z impressions?
No.
My name Jay-Z.
And Joel would be like, well,
I'm married
I'm
to-
so glad to have my brother Jay-Z on the track.
I'm married to Beyonce.
He named and claimed that marriage in the name of our Lord.
I can't name a single Jay-Z song. I'm gonna be honest. I think I only.
444. That was his album and also single.
Oh.
And it was where he repented for cheating on Beyonce publicly.
So he was the guy that was married to Beyonce.
Whoa.
Yes,
That makes me
he
feel
is
good.
currently still married to Beyonce,
Whoa.
which is kind of a miracle based on the
The
average
public-
lifespan of a celebrity marriage in this
The
culture.
public repentance
True.
and cheating on her. Yeah.
Yeah,
That too.
I would like
that
to
takes
see.
balls.
I would like to see Joel Osteen on a track with Mike Shinoda, the rapper from Linkin Park. I think that would be a really good
Okay.
collab.
All right, let's do a remix of that then.
Okay,
Oh boy.
I'll hit Joel Osteen up and we'll get it going.
Sounds good.
He's the remix champ.
I
dude.
tried so hard and got so far. In the end, prosperity is what matters.
So we're not going to dive into this. That's not Mike Shinoda, but that's okay.
Oh.
I was just trying to set you up for
Could
the.
throw that on our next
the rap.
rant
Oh, you're
track.
trying to set me up for the rap. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. You keep that in mind to design this rhyme to be done with a good time. All I know, life is a beautiful thing. Watch it count down while the pendulum swings. Watch it, I tried so hard.
You know what? It's definitely going to be a Kendrick Lamar and Joel Osteen collab because, and I think that's why Kendrick has been waiting so long to drop the album. He doesn't think the world is ready for a Joel Osteen Kendrick collab yet.
True.
It's just going to be like, instead of damn, it would be darn. And you know, Joel Osteen would just be proclaiming prosperity over the album. And Kendrick, what would he say? He'd say, I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence, and Joel would be like, now that's just that's just inaccurate. I'm using it for the Lord and myself.
Okay, I've got to ask. So you're sitting in Joel Osteen's church, right?
Yeah.
Why?
And he's standing up there and he tells you, the more you give, the more money you get back. And you look down at your Gucci t-shirt. Do you take it off and put it in the collection basket? Like, I mean, you might get two
Obviously.
back.
Yeah.
You might get a Prada t-shirt back or like a limited edition. I don't
Or
know anything
Supreme.
about these things. It could be Supreme. Maybe you get like a previously owned Rice Gum Supreme t-shirt.
Question: is it a plate or is it a bag?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if it's a bag, I'm definitely putting it in. Because then I could like try, just be super awkward about it. I'd put it in and then take it out and see if he like named it and claimed it for me to be like some sort of weird stage magic trick and pull out a string, you know, like the scarf string, pull out a string of Gucci t-shirts. You know, it could happen, bro. Like anything, according to him, like anything, name it, claim it, it's yours. So,
yeah.
Just saying.
I think the most important thing is that Joel knows that you've put something in there. Like, I always think about that scene in, well,
so
not
you,
scene,
so you
but
gotta
like,
take it off and then like wave it at him and then throw it in.
yeah, like, did you guys read Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Of course.
Like, when his mom gave him the money,
The
and he
classics.
held it up above his head and made sure everybody knew he was putting money in, but then he realized it was a 20 at the last second, and he was trying to pull it back out. Thought it was just $1. I feel like that's a lot of what goes on in that church.
I think Joel Osteen is always watching everybody everywhere to see what they're giving in church.
He might be.
Yeah. He's got all those millions of dollars. He's got to use it for something interesting to fill his time.
There's only so many alligator skin ties you can buy in one lifetime.
But yeah, any closing thoughts on Joel Osteen?
Yeah, close his doors.
Oh!
No, I still like him.
It's good entertainment.
I feel like Lumpy Buns, I feel like you have something to say, really to go in on Joel Osteen about.
Yeah.
You've been holding back.
This is what I have to say to you, Joel. Joel Osteen. I don't need a new car. I don't need a new wife. Joel Osteen ruined my life. I don't need a new car. I don't need a new wife. Joel Osteen ruined my life. And Joel Osteen.